Okay. I'm not gonna go too much into this subject matter. I thought that there's not much to say really. um, yeah, there will be no swimming of the dolphins here. They have dolphins out there somewhere. They have Scientologists also. um, yeah, for before I go into the topic, uh, yeah, we're all stationed in certain places for reasons. I'm in Florida, so there's like an Atlantean energy here. Maybe the corrupt version. And I'm by the Gulf, but still the Atlantean energy is there too. I guess it's everywhere, but whatever. It's mostly known to be in the Atlantic, but either way. Um, Also by Scientology, I actually moved closer to them, not by choice. That was never my. Anyway, that's where I'm. This is what I'm needed. He could say. I don't. Yeah, it's the downtown is very eerie. Seeing them walking around there. It's yeah. It's not a place I visit often, but every once I'm curious. It's also Air Force Base, MacDill Air Force Base. Like where I live is just a shithole basically. Florida's just a dumpster, but um, MacDill, yeah, they're kind of like the main operations. So you would never know that. You have to look it up. I forget the name, how they word it, but like the Gulf War, overseas stuff, they're actually the main hub for that. But you would never know that. And even looking at it, you would not think that, but I guess it's where it's located at. Like special operations, something like that. That's what they call it. And even for my job, I went there. Um, it was for a wedding. This is before I got involved with all this. So I've actually been there. I've been there for an air show too. Never, I have no idea, but there's got to be some connection there. Not that I think about it very often. No, there's things that are just better off not knowing. But if you buy, a lot of people are buying Air Force bases. Of course, there's a reason for it. I know there's aliens and all. I mean, obviously there is somewhere, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, you never hear about the place like ever. I think there was some corruption within them recently. It was a couple years ago. Like this wealthy family was conning people. I think I forget the story. They were connected to They knew people that connected to the Air Force Base. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, these secret space program conferences. The shit you can't prove. Obviously, those are kind of like indoctrination type of conferences, also to pull you in and certain ones in to, yeah, exactly. Yeah, use money to as an influence. Yeah, join us, kiss our ass. You get work, you get sessions, whatever it is. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, it's like here. It's like some of them, not all of them, but some of them are ran by like L. Ron Hubbard mini me's. I mean, the ones I've been talking about recently, obviously, I know I'm talking about them. Because they no longer say it's swimming with the dolphins. Now it's like the dolphins will be there somewhere. It's a fucking joke. Well, you can always change your ways, but why do that? Well, you've been screwing people over for years. Why change that? So, I mean, I've already known about it for years. I just never. I guess they just upped their manipulation or something's going on or the world's going to come to an end. I have no idea. I've just been feeling it more recently. But yeah, they play off the friendly, obviously some of these conferences, some of the drama queens, but those that are running these SSP conferences, which is all a bunch of bullshit anyway. I have to say there's not some truth to it to some level, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, not really. Nobody really knows anything, really. And is it really pertaining to you anyway? I mean, is it affecting you here somehow? No. Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that's questionable. Arnold Schwarzenegger, they probably don't talk about that. Why would you? Because you're too busy talking about nonsense half the time. At least that one you can see. Yeah, so Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of bizarre. It's like, is that some kind of plant here? I mean, he just started from nothing. Now he's a huge movie star and just, I don't know, there's a little bit and part of the Germans and all that. So, and he has like, obviously comes down to earth and all that, but it's programming society. But those that run these SSP conferences, obviously, some of them have been hijacked or whatever, those have been running it. Obviously, they're going to come off as friendly as possible, but behind the scenes, it's just garbage. So, they bought, one of them, the one I've been the swimming and dolphin people, at least they don't say that anymore, but yeah, they put spells out there and stuff like that. I can feel it. The other one's NPC, the other one's it's like a spellcaster. He might not be consciously doing it, but he's fucking doing it. So they put on this friendly persona, and then they get all these gullible people. People are still learning, and this is how you learn. I guess mentions it's similar to Scientology in the beginning. It was the cool kids and all that until now. It's cool to go against them, but that wasn't the case a long time ago. And now we're kind of in this weird area. I mean, people see the corruption in the SSP crowds, but it's like it's all bad. It's just all a bunch of bullshit. Really onto it. You can't prove any of it, and it doesn't pertain to you anyway. I mean, unless you're literally going through some traumas, but even some of that could be programmed. Because the astral is all fucked up. I mean, they can implant whatever the fuck they want. If they want to mess with you, they'll put false memories in there and all kinds of stuff. I mean, this place it's a cesspool here. So, yeah, the astral realms, I mean, there's honesty there, but also there's a lot of deception. Just to take your ass down, I should know. They've, the siren or the archon beings out there have gone thermonuclear on me. I think people can see it too. I'm losing my fucking mind. I haven't gone into full details of what's going on with that. It's all astral connection. There's some physical, but it's disgusting. It's like a torpedo. It's like an energetic torpedo. And it's parasitic. And it just won't leave me alone. It might be finally breaking down. I'm still trying to figure out to even explain it. I have to understand it more. So I have to leave it in the oven for a while. I think it's all connected to this SSP garbage too, because it's we're picking up. I don't know. Maybe it's the end of it all. Who knows? They started to fall apart. I don't know. But these SSP conferences, obviously, they want to indoctrinate you in. They're using money as a draw. Obviously, draw on the audience and manipulate them and disinformation all everybody. And it's just no different than any other religion. And some of running these conferences do come off as religious figures to some level. Of course, they have to come off as cool and collective and manipulative as hell. And I think I mentioned it. Yeah, how can people beat people that dress up kind of like the modern day Jesus? Looking cool, t-shirt, shorts, looks like you're in a rock band one time, yeah, tattoos, and just manipulating this shit, and coming off as cool as the coolest guy ever, and it's all just bullshit. So, it's and they have handlers and all that, and I've seen some of that. So I've seen some. I'm basically a whistleblower to some level. I'm not going into details of like what the hell I'm talking about, but those I'm talking about know I'm talking about. 'Cause I've seen they change their swimming with dolphins when you go to. There'll be dolphins there. I guess the disinformation will still be there too. And the change. They can always change their ways, which is not going to happen because it pays well manipulating the shit out of everybody. It's so gross how they. It's not real spirituality, really, because it's just grabbing pieces of spirituality and grabbing the entertainment value and just throwing away everything else. Which sounds weird. It's like, what does that mean? It's not real spirituality, is what these so-called spiritual podcasts are. Some of my people legit. Usually it's the smaller one. They're probably legit. I don't know. It's just mostly garbage. Yeah, or just some are just idiots. It's just sewer out there. It's warning. It just shows you how complicated this all is, and surviving all of this. Because they're doing everything they can, to keep people from their path. So you get pulled into this SSP stuff. Now, instead of like healing yourself, like some have, yeah, from experience what I've seen, yeah, some have a lot of darkness within themselves, and then they connect to the SSP stuff, and it's an escape as their lives are deteriorating and unable to heal their inner darkness or even want to heal it. Sometimes it's a way of diverting from it. You can do whatever you want, actually. It's up to you. But those that are still trying to figure this all out can get pulled into this SSP. Maybe some of it can be accurate, and some of it can be just implanted memory. So that's where it gets really complicated. And if it's implanted memories, I wouldn't be surprised the way this place is ran. It just makes things more complicated. It's just more of a set. It's almost like just let it be. Just don't even mess with it. And yet these guys have conferences about this garbage. Yeah, they're just fucking with people. I mean, these guys say they have. I got invited to one. Was it in October? I think in Florida. I'm not going to it, but just block that altogether. Yeah, just a cesspool, basically. Yeah, and it's all drama and victim energy and yada yada yada, and it just, where their soul's gonna go. Who's their handler? So, but yeah, like I said, they used to draw people in to get them business, and so they indoctrinate them to their mindset and control them. Those are the spiritualists that are trying to, make it in here, trying to figure this all out. It's all done innocently. Those that are trying to figure this out, they don't realize they're getting involved in these conferences and just join a cesspool, basically. So, of course, you have the bigger SSP people that are just fucking, I guess they don't give a shit. People think they're garbage. Because they pretty much are, but whatever. Yeah, just sold out all the way. It's like, no going back, right? Just own it, right? Just who cares? Just live in Wild Wild Land. Just become a messiah. Even with all the haters of it, say this is all disinfo, which it is, they still have a large fall. So anyone that says that these disinfo agents just go away, think again. They're around like a parasite. And then if one dies out, another one pops up. So just the parasite continues. And there's one, this never ends. You can't, and the other one's like a little old lady, not a little old lady, but it's still just talking about galactic families and all that shit, which is fine, but it's also like they talk about some of the alien families and all that, but it still deters people from themselves. Like they're focusing on not their reality, or focusing on someone else's reality, which is kind of like an energy hijacking. There's nothing wrong about talking about your own experiences, all that. Of course, if you're a disinfo agent, talk about your experience, like, and it's like, damn, they're telling you about their abductions and their controllers, and you sure you want that out there? You should want everybody to know that you're, an implant. You're basically a plant. Of course, we're going to go swim with dolphins and everything, and we've got some cool people, but they're basically plants. So yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, basically, I'm kind of whistleblowing on it, and I'm not sure if people are going to whistleblow on this stuff. Some people have done it here and there. But it's funny because it's the whole SSP stuff such a cesspool. So it's obviously they hate each other and all that, but it's like one disinfo group doesn't like another disinfo in group, and so on. So it's sewer, and sewer. So yeah, the whole thing is just a big mess, basically. So yeah, it's like a dopamine energy. People that tap into that stuff, well, it's an escape from this reality. Can't blame it, but it's also the astral realms. You can't always trust it, and people think they got these accurate SSP memories, and they're not accurate. And it's hard to, like, if you're going through a lot of life traumas, and then you get energy hijacked that way. It's like, fuck, man, I'm not into this, is there? Yeah, because you get trauma here, and you're all screwed up, and then you start tapping into these things that don't pertain to you, and it's just even harder. But some of those that go through that are broken through the matrix and all that, but are kind of dangerous here to the bad guys that are here, and they want to keep you confused. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you off script. They want to put you in self-destruction. Yeah, it's fucked up. That's the SSP. SSP is obviously unseen, but they're trying to get you to destroy yourself. That's what it comes down to it. Keep you confused. So you are seeing it, but not in the way these old podcast parasites do it. Because they're living the life. Those guys are living now. They're living off this stuff. They all look cool on Facebook. It's like I say, it's all smile, it's all manipulation. It's like Sunday at church. They might complain about something, but either way, their lives are doing pretty decently financially. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. Imagine, and it depends on people within these groups to start waking up, if that's even possible. Well, yeah, then it's like, yeah, because like I said, this friendly, everyday manipulators, disinfo agents that swim with dolphins and shit, we say they are, but they're just not going to say they are. They come off as friendly as possible, and it's similar to, was it Demolition Man, the Victor Friendly, or whatever it is, whatever is friendly, that's in that, whatever it is. It's similar to that, but it's more casual, down-to-earth people. It's fucked up. It's like your indie rock band manipulators. And it's just, when you do stuff like that, when you're relatable like that, it's hard for people to see beyond that. Oh, you smoke pot, I smoke pot, look at that, we can all relate to each other, and it's just, they're trying to just do spiritual stuff, and then they end up just walking into, a parasite's den, basically. So, it's messed up. It's for, not to go too deep, but like one of these agents, it's similar like to Biden. Like when Biden, from what I felt, became more of a clone, like his wife died right after that. So in this other agent, the mom died when the thing came. Either it killed her or what, or I wouldn't be surprised, because it is here to deceive people. But if there's, the mother's like, what the fuck are you doing? And just take her ass out. Of course, on the surface, oh no, I'm so burned by, oh no, this trauma, yada yada yada. But the handler took her out or something like that. And I know it's stuff that's kind of maybe crossing the line, saying shit like that, but is it really all that? This is an astral war. This is a secret space program, technically. That's the real version of it, and you are seeing the SSP. If it's governed as obviously Archon, that's for sure. But it's there, just it's taking this sensational asset, the super soldier stuff, and just hijacking as many people as they can. Just like any religion. It's okay, religion's not working with these people. We can't do that. They've all figured out they don't need Jesus anymore, or whatever the apostles. They don't need that anymore. So now we got this super soldier stuff. Now we have sci-fi religion instead, and we're not going to call it Scientology. We already did that version, so we'll just give you a different version. So, yeah, welcome to hell, right? I mean, you want to find your way out of this, right? So, yeah, the truth hurts. But it gives you a movement, or I mean, you gotta really just disconnect from all this disconnect from all this program is very difficult. And like I say, it comes off very friendly. These people are just, like I said, they're gonna go swim with dolphins and shit. It's like, hey, what's wrong with that? You know? The dolphins say, yeah, you're an asshole too. To maybe talk to the dolphins, like, it's like, am I corrupt? And dolphin says, yep. You know you are. And then swim away. So, but yeah, it's, yeah, they're just trying to come off as friendly and nice as possible. Shit. How else is it going to work? But is this another religion hijacking the soul? And is there any end to this? I don't have no idea. Well, yeah, when you're, I mean, this is why I get attacked left and right. They fucking beings want me dead. I'll go into how they're coming after me one day. Like I say, I don't know how to explain it. I'm still healing from it. Let's put it that way. It's like a torpedo in my way, and just fucking hey, I mean, just like almost like an assassin. So, and this is why. I don't know if the whole system's gonna break down. I don't know. I wouldn't, that's it. And there's all this nonsense about the positive's gonna come in, all that. And that's another manipulation. I mean, yeah, there's a positive that's here, but waiting for the heroes to come in and all that, because you have to, get yourself like out of the web of manipulation. Can you pull yourself out of all of this SSP or whatever, New Age? God, fuck, it's like, I mean, yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad. And just, and finding your soul in all of this. Yeah, it's very tiring. It's just not glamorous because these podcast people the opposite on Facebook, on Instagram, life's grand over there, I guess, right? Whatever that means. I mean, yeah, it pays well being a disinfo agent, right? Until everyone starts figuring it all out. Of course, they just deny it, and then they'll just, oh, we're victims for this or that, whatever. But yeah, they're trying to, yeah, these SSP groups try to pull people in like me and whoever, just clamp her down on you to, keep part of the web, and then help you financially, I guess, or something, or through recommend stuff to you and things like that. But it's like dirty money, basically. It's just dirty frequency. So I went to a couple of conferences. You got to go and check it out. You have to, see what the cesspool looks like. Not to say they're all bad. But the smaller ones are probably less lethal. Not to say they're bad, but just those can be decent. It all depends on the situation. There can be a big conference and nobody shows up. That's a good sign. But some of these other ones that are successful are just pure cesspool. So, yeah, you just have to protect your energy, and the Calvary, you can say yourself is the Calvary, and you're to save yourself through all of this. So, yeah, surviving. Yeah, it is that bad though, unfortunately. like I say, you look at some of these podcasters having their swim with dolphin, nonsense, and they come off as friendly as possible. Like, you would never be a corrupt pile of shit, alright? You would never be that way. You go to the conference, walk around with your shirt off, acting like you're the coolest person ever, and you're just a disinfo agent parasite. And yeah, there is, like I said, there are handlers, and so obviously I'm not saying by name, but those I know I'm talking about them. So yeah, like I said, it changed their way of saying things. Yeah, so yeah, I don't swim with dolphins anymore, but the word dolphin said here and there, so you can still kind of catch it. So it's in Hawaii, so whatever, conference in Hawaii, so gives you some direction to look. Until they cancel it, go hide somewhere. And St. Louis is that's definitely an Illuminati cesspool for sure. A lot of Masonic energies there, a lot of plants put there. It's just that I forget the name of it. That their landmark that's there. It's kind of like a portal. It's just bad vibes all around. I think they have a Masonic temple. It's like they're huge there. I think I did a video on it a while back. Years about, I forget, it was 2021, something like that. I forget, 22, I forget. 23, I forget. But there's like a neighborhood there too that I drove by that I wasn't even looking for. It was by one of the Masonic lodges. Cause I was going by, when you travel, if you have the kahunas, you say, you got nothing to do. It's like, let's go check out the Masonic lodges in the area. It's like, what the fuck? Gives you an idea of the controllers there, right? And by one of the kind of smaller Masonic lodges, there was like this neighborhood, a wealthy neighborhood. I think I had like a blue lion statue outside, I forget. It was creepy as shit. But it looked wealthy, but the vibes there were just kind of terrifying. Like, there's no love there, just evil. So, in St. Louis, old money and all that. So, and you can see a lot of symbolism and stuff like that there. So, definitely is Masonic all the way around. And they have some, like I said, some big Masonic lodges or cathedrals, whatever they call them. Yeah, the spell works. The spells here are so hard to detect. That's what makes it so complicated. They come off as friendly and kind, but the spell manipulation, I don't see it, and you just get pulled in. You have no fucking idea. So, but yeah, this SSP stuff's not going anywhere. I mean, you can say whatever you want about it. It's like, it's too fantastic, it's too exciting. And do you ever see it here in the physical? Sort of, yeah, there's some of that. But I guess, around the Reagan era, I guess a lot of that stuff started leaking out, I guess. I still haven't really researched into it that much. It doesn't mean they're not doing it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist to some level. But like I said, it's just another soul hijacking you have to deal with. So hopefully some people can free themselves. Yeah, well, it just shows, like I said, the web of manipulation is on so many different levels. But the ones that are doing this, the ones that are having these conferences, swimming with dolphins, manipulating the shit out of everybody, where is their soul? It's fucked. Unless they change their ways, which I don't see that happening. I don't know if they care, but like I say, they're a perfect agent. If they can get away with it, I'm not sure what they get out of it, but it can't be that much. But their souls get thrown away eventually. So, anyway. Something to ponder. All right, I'm going to try to move on from this subject matter, but, something's going on in the astral, so. Anyway, hopefully this helps some people in their clarity of the sewer we're in and find your inner self, inner light, and survive all this. So, all right, blessings.